starting the session once it's 8:07. Let's just give like 3 more minutes grace so that our colleagues can join the call. All right. So once it's 8:10, we resume the session immediately. Thank you for joining. Okay, guys. So while we wait for others to join, if you can drop in the chat session where you're joining from, I would like to connect with everyone. Let's just get to know where we are joining from in the chat session. I'm there. Okay, is there a sound now, Mark? Can you hear me? Yes, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Please just drop in the comments in the chat section where you're joining from. I would love to know just the city you're joining from, the country you're joining from. Before we kickstart, Nigeria. Welcome, David. David from Nigeria. Please, I need more responses. Okay, if you can. Diane, UK, Mark, UK, you're welcome. Diane, you're welcome, Mark. Okay, it's Liverpool, UK, Promise. Good to have you, Promise. You're welcome on the call. It's 8:10. I don't want us to waste any further time. We have 16 persons on the call. So you're welcome. This is another tech career series where we come together to learn and get to understand what is obtainable in the world of work, especially as it concerns the global market or the UK market. All right. So today we'll be looking at leading tech teams across borders. So that's the conversation we'll be having tonight, how project managers handle collaboration. Okay. Let me confirm once again that you can hear me loud and clear and I'm not lagging. Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. And if you can see my screen, let me just get a thumbs up. Thank you, Promise. Thank you, Kayode. Thank you, David. Thank you, Diane. Awesome. You're welcome. Okay, so let's just get into it straight. So I will introduce myself, but before I do that, this session is brought to you by Amdari. Okay, Amdari is an innovative platform designed to revolutionize how aspiring tech professionals build their career and gain practical experience. All right. And we do that by, providing platforms for people to upscale and gain work experience in the field of data analytics, project management, data science, data engineering, cybersecurity, business analysis. And currently we are also, we've also introduced HR analytics and financial analytics. All right. So all we're trying to do is to help people, gain the necessary or required work experience, to, that is needed for them to, land their dream job. So that's about Amdari basically. So this session is brought to you by Amdari. Okay. So now my name is Brown. I don't know if anybody here knows me or have connected with me anywhere on LinkedIn, or you've met me. Our paths has crossed in Amdari one way or the other. But if our paths haven't crossed anywhere, my name is Brown. So I'm a certified agile project manager with over a decade experience, working across different sectors from finance to health tech to mobility tech. All right, I've also served on different organizations as an agile coach or startup advisor. I do that with MasterCard Foundation, Faith Foundation. She leads Africa. Okay. Currently, I am leading the global business analysis and project management office, for Amdari, with expressions in the UK and in the United Kingdom. All right. So that's my profile in a jiffy. Okay, so I'm excited actually to be driving this conversation tonight because, they said my mission is to collaborate with forward-thinking organizations and professionals to build agile project management capacity, and drive sustainable career. So that's English language, basically. What I'm trying to say, the essence is that I love to see people and help them, become the best they can be in terms of achieving their career goals. Okay, and that is why I love what I do at Amdari, and I keep doing what I'm doing because I have seen over time, how people, come and you see people, move, from point A to point B over a period of time. All right, just by, being a part of, what we provide, the resources we provide, the services we provide, the mentorship we provide, and that gladdens my heart. And that is the reason why I'm already excited whenever I have an opportunity to share with, like minds or professionals or people that are looking to, pivot into tech. All right. So you're welcome to the session once again. All right. So my name is Brown. Call my attention whenever you need to, get across to me. Let me get a thumbs up if you heard me clearly. If you got my name, I would like to be sure that we are following and we are engaging. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Thank you, Promise. I need more responses. I don't have just 2 persons on this call. Amdari Growth. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Awesome. Thank you, Kayode. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's proceed. All right. So what are we looking at today? Like I said, I'm driving the conversation. So what are we going to be looking at today? So today we are looking at what's global collaboration, the need for global collaboration, achieving global collaboration, insight from Confluence and LAC, Amdari work experience, and also I have a very special offer to everyone that has joined this session tonight. A very special offer. You wouldn't want to miss the offer. You want to stay to the end of this conversation. Okay, so but before we get to that, let's discuss the global collaboration and the roles, project managers, how project managers are leading teams across borders. So who is this session for? Okay, it's for the agile project manager. All right, so if you're on this call and you're an agile project manager or you're aspiring to be one, then this session is for you. Okay, it's for agile project managers. Okay, this session is for people that are aspiring to be agile coaches. So if you're on this call, you're a project manager, you're aspiring to be an agile coach, this session is for you. Okay, this session is for delivery managers or the delivery leads, tech leads, as the case may be. All right, so if you're joining this session, all right, and you are already leading a tech team, or you are looking at, getting into a career, path where you'll be leading, and, leading delivery teams, this session is for you as well. Then finally, you're a Scrum Master, or you're aspiring to be one, or you've done a certification in Scrum Master, all right, and you just want to understand how, how to apply this role, okay, to, gain global experience, then this session is for you as well, okay? So all of these career paths I mentioned here, they are the same thing. I did this on purpose. Agile project manager, agile coach, delivery lead, scrum master, all of these career paths are the same, okay? The same skill sets, the same requirements are needed to excel in any of these roles. As a matter of fact, if you're an agile project manager, you can confidently, apply for an agile coach role, apply for delivery lead roles, or scrum master roles. Okay, so you're welcome to the session. But I also have to mention, just in case you are on this call, all right, and you are not in project management, you are not even aspiring to be an agile project manager or any of these roles here, still relax. As long as you are looking at, pivoting into tech, working in a tech team, or, working cross-functionally within a tech organization, this session is for you as well, because what we are looking at is how tech teams collaborate, effectively across borders, all right, and how, that is the future of work, basically. But, we are looking at how project managers, the role project managers are playing, all right, to drive, this new, future of work. Okay, so let's get into the conversation, proper. So what is global collaboration? What is global collaboration? So I have here, global collaboration is when people from different countries, time zones, and culture work together toward a shared goal, often across functions. For example, engineering, design, product, marketing, using common processes and digital tools to coordinate their work. All right. So I highlighted common processes and digital tools to coordinate their work, because at the heart of global collaboration, or what people call remote teams, all right, remote work, what drives it is processes and digital tools. All right. So we'll be looking at some of those processes and digital tools that transform, that actually drive global collaboration. All right. So that is what global collaboration is all about. I don't want to assume that we all know what it is. I believe some of us already know, but just for the purposes of this session, when you hear global collaboration, it's basically about remote collaboration, how you collaborate with people from different walks of life, from different cultures, from different countries, different time zones, all right, cross-functionally, all right, to deliver value, especially in the world of tech. Okay. Why does global collaboration matter? Okay. Why are we even having this conversation? Why is that? By statistics, okay, more than a quarter, which is 28% of working adults in Great Britain, work hybrid, all right, between January to March 2025 this year. This is most common in IT and professional roles. That is the teams most likely to collaborate across borders. Okay, so this is okay, like there's also another statistics I have here. It said access to remote work is concentrated among managers and professional technical jobs, making strong written cross-time zone collaboration essential for these roles. All right, this is from onsgovernment.uk.org. All right, this is statistics from the United Kingdom. All right, so they are basically saying that there's an increase in remote opportunities within the UK. All right, so a lot of, but especially in the space of tech. All right, so if you are here and you're looking at pivoting into tech, there is a space for you. All right, there is a growing demand for IT professionals. All right, that will be driving this global collaboration. Okay, so that is why we are having this conversation. There is a whole lot of market, a lot of space, for you to play in that market. Okay. Now, why does this matter to you? Like I mentioned, there is an increase in the demand, for people that have what it takes to work in this new world of work, where people, deliver value by collaborating globally. All right. So have a screenshot here of just a job role that was, posted on read.com. This role is for an agile delivery lead. Agile delivery lead, the pay is between 63,000 to 72,000 pounds. All right. And this is way above the threshold for sponsorship, jobs. All right. 63,000 to 72,000 pounds. This is a good job. I mean, everybody believes that this is a good job. If you're able to get this job, it's a good job. But the interesting thing about this role is that, as juicy as this role is, you don't need a lot. You don't need so much. What is standing between some of us and this role is what we'll be talking about tonight. All right. Basically, for this role that I'm using as an example now, they are basically looking for someone, that can manage an agile team collaborating globally. All right. As you can see, it's fully work from home. Okay. The work from home role, so it means it's a remote role. So you need to collaborate with a team globally. So all you need to do is, do you have an experience, working with global teams, collaborating with agile teams, remotely? That's all. There is no rocket science to it. All right. So I'll get to that later. If you go to read.com, which I'm going to show us, somewhere in this session, I'm going to see that roles like these are in thousands, like hundreds of roles like these show up on a daily basis. All right. And I'm going to show you all you need to be able to plug in to start, competing effectively for such roles. Okay. So this is why this conversation matters to you. Okay. The challenge, what top organizations are saying. McKinsey and McKinsey, of course, note that cracking the code of team effectiveness is critical, and cites research that 3 in 4 cross-functional teams underperform on key metrics, underscoring the need for international collaboration practices. All right. So there is still gap, in as much as there are opportunities for these roles, but a lot of persons still don't have the skill set required, all right, to be able to maximize the opportunities that are bound. Okay. So Microsoft's 2025 Work Trend Index finds an acute capacity gap. There is an acute capacity gap. The roles exist. Like I said, if you go on read.uk, just one of the job platforms, all right, in the UK, you will see hundreds of these roles show up every day. But tons of people still get rejection emails after applying for these roles. All right. Why? Because basically what Microsoft is saying here, there's an acute capacity gap. Acute capacity gap. All right. 53% of leaders say productivity must rise, while 80% of the workforce lack time and energy. Employees face hundreds of daily interruptions. Now, what's the remedy? He said structured, async-friendly collaboration is the remedy. Okay. Structured and async-friendly collaboration is the remedy. What are they saying? It's structured remote collaboration is the remedy. All right. So that is why we are having this conversation. Okay. How can you be able to plug in and take advantage of the opportunities that are bound? All right. Even as a project manager, I mean, this can be applicable to a business analyst, it can be applicable to a data analytics analyst, or what have you. But because I'm a PM, this conversation is coming from the angle of agile PMs. All right. So just bear with us if you're not a PM. But if you have a question, even if you're not a PM, but you want to, play in the tech space, or you have any question at all, I'll be more than willing to answer your question. All right. So what's the way forward? Okay. The way forward for me, all right, like I always say, is cross-functional to mastery. All right. Cross-functional to mastery. There are tools. Remember at the very beginning, I said that what is driving this global collaboration is processes and tools. All right. So the way forward for you to be able to, play in this field is cross-functional to mastery. All right. What do I mean by cross-functional tool mastery? There are tools, there are technologies that you need to master how to use. All right. And these technologies are always in demand, by recruiters saying, okay, if you want to, function in this role, you have to show, that you understand how to work with ABC technology. All right. So cross-functional tool mastery is one. You have to master some of these tools. Okay. Then plus remote real life project experience. Okay. Remote real life project experience. So it's one thing to master how to use these tools. Now it is not enough. You have to deploy these tools to a real life project. Okay. Working remotely with collaborating with other guys, across the globe. Okay. And this is how you'll be able to achieve the global collaboration work experience. This is quite simple. Okay. First of all, cross-functional tool mastery. Even if you have done your Agile, any of the Agile PM certifications, or you've done your master's in project management, or you've done it, yeah, you have a Scrum certification, or what have you, or you've done any training. The most important thing you need, okay, to be able to plug into this opportunity that are bound in the new world of work that demands for global collaboration is a cross-functional tool mastery. All of these tools that aids cross-functional work experience, you need to master them. All right. And not just mastering them, you need to now deploy your mastery of those tools to working on projects, solving real business problems. All right. So once you can demonstrate to a recruiter or you can demonstrate to an organization your mastery of these tools and also, your experience working on business problems, then you have what it takes, all right, to deliver value in the world of global collaboration. Let me get a thumbs up if you are, am I going too fast? But if you can get me, let me just get a thumbs up to be sure that we are together. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, okay, so before we jump right in, okay, so I want to, just, run us through some of people like us, all right, that have been able to achieve what I'm saying. So it doesn't look like I am just discussing arbitrary stuff. All right. Let me just point us to people like us. All right, that have passed through that have gone through the same paths, that we are on right now, and that have made the most of their time and their resources, and they have good stories to tell about it. This is very interesting for me because these are people I've worked with directly. So I wouldn't want to play the video. You're going to get this slide. If for attending this session, if you drop your email in the chat session, you're going to get this slide and you can watch some of the videos and hear the intents, speak for themselves. All right. But this is Martha. Okay. So Martha joined, my mentorship program at Amdari. All right. And she was able to go through some of the things I'm talking about. I will be discussing, with us tonight. And she was able to land a good role at a PM in the UK. And she was able to land this role in less than, she wanted to move up to 3 months, in our mentorship program. Okay, so let me just show us some of just a little bit of Martha's journey. Okay, so I just did some screenshots. I just went to screenshot some of my conversation with Martha. Please, Martha, wherever you are, if you are seeing this, I beg please forgive me, all right, for bringing out our chats, in the open. Okay, so this is one of the screenshots that I just wanted to show you guys, all right? So this is Martha. I can't see the date up there, but if you can see the date below here, this is, please give me a thumbs up if this is visible enough for you. Can I get a thumbs up? Let me be sure if this is visible enough. Okay, thank you, Daniel. All right. Okay, so this is 21st May, May 21, 2025. So this was Martha, saying things like, oh, okay, I think I'm having problem using LAC. So LAC is one of the cross-functional tools I mentioned, all right, I highlighted. So Martha said, I think I'm having problem using LAC sheet. There is something wrong with my Excel and spreadsheet, and it's frustrating at the moment. I'm also really under intense pressure. The lack, can I not use another app to do the WBS and process mapping because I've had to shut down the laptop. So this is just an everyday, a normal complaint by someone who hasn't been exposed to tech or any of these tools, trying to give it a shot. It comes with maybe, yeah, this kind of frustration. All right. So I had to just tell her to relax, no need to be pressured, just to relax. We're gonna, get through all of this. That was my response to her. This was 21st of May. Then this was Martha, 29th of May. Hi, Brown. Hope you are good. Please, I need help. Should I use Excel or Confluence for my impact assessment documentation? Confluence is another tool, all right, that we use for cross-functional collaboration globally. All right, so she mentioned LAC. Today she's talking about Confluence. I think Confluence, use Confluence, don't use Excel. Use Confluence. Everybody knows Excel, but you need to work with Confluence because these are the current technologies, current tools that recruiters are looking for, to show that you have what it takes to work, and collaborate globally. All right, so I think you should use Confluence. All right. Then finally, this is Martha in 30th of June. Someone that was this frustrated as at May, then as at June, she's already sending me a video testimonial about the job she has landed just by going through some of these steps. All right. This is Martha. You can always watch the video later, like I mentioned. Okay. Now I have somebody else, Francis. Francis is a good story that is a story that is also very profound, very dear to me because he's someone that, beyond, him coming upon, joining our mentorship program and going through all of these steps, he's someone that I actually became very close with. All right. So Francis moved from not having any experience in tech to landing a PM role with Deloitte in the UK. All right. So let me also show you just snippets. All right. Francis, you're my guy. If you're in this call or if you're going to see this video anytime, please forgive me as well. I'm very proud of you. So permit me to share some of these snippets. All right. So this is Francis at that 14th of May. Francis was like, hi, coach, please, were you able to access my work? Good afternoon. Okay. Then he was still trying to figure out how to use Confluence and all. So I told him, no, hello, Francis, download your work as PDF from Confluence, upload it to Google Drive and share the link with me. This screenshot I'm sharing are very strategic. Just pay close attention to the dates, all right, to show you how people, have come on this journey and moved from point 0 to 100, moved from point A to Z in a space of 3 to 4 months. Then this is 15th of May. Francis is now excited. Well, I'm happy I found Amdari. I believe I'm going to learn a lot from this experience. My sincere apologies for today's stand-up. Okay, my sincere apologies for today's stand-up meeting. I'm not feeling very strong. So he was basically apologizing for missing the stand-up meeting. All right, so boy, he's already happy with the experience at Amdari. Then finally, this is Francis again. Coach, I'm doing pretty much better with Confluence now. C skills, check me out on Confluence. Chisom inspired me. I'm on it. All right, Chisom inspired me. Chisom is also another intern, another consultant with Amdari that also joined our mentoring program. All right, so like I mentioned, this is all about collaboration and working cross-functionally. All right, imagine working with, I want to be the person that helped out. It was a colleague, that he's collaborating with that actually helped him, to figure out a couple of the things that he's proud of sharing today. Now, this same person in a space of, this is 16th of May, Then as that, let me get back to the initial slide. Okay, this is him now sharing testimony and very excitedly telling me that he has landed the role at Deloitte. All right. That's Francis. You know, you can also click to watch their testimonial. You can also connect with them, connect with him on LinkedIn. That's why I'm adding all of these screenshots and links to their LinkedIn profile. Okay, so you can actually connect with these guys, you know, and even, you know, get to hear a thing or two from them. This is also Betty that also joined, you know, our mentorship program, all right, our work experience program, and she was able to also break into tech, you know, as an IT business project manager as well. So yeah, I just thought to, you know, run us through all of those testimonials to see that regardless of where you are at the moment, I mean, you have there's something for you in this conversation. Okay, you can move from where you are to where you need to be within a short period of time if you're able to apply yourself to what is needed. So what exactly is needed? All right. So the solution is global collaboration and insight into Confluence, Slack, and Jira. So like I mentioned, it is processes and tools that are driving global collaboration. It is processes and tools that are driving global collaboration. So you need to, you know, master how to use these tools, all right, to be able to function in the, you know, in the global, you know, workforce, basically. All right. So I mentioned I highlighted some tools here. There are a lot more. All right, but for the purpose of this session, I want to, you know, talk about Slack, talk about Confluence, talk about Jira. Okay. So permit me to, are we following so far? Let me get a thumbs up, please. Are we following so far? If you have questions, you can note them down. I will be taking questions and, you know, providing clarity wherever you stop sharing. Share again. All right. Can you guys see my screen? I need an audible response. I can't see you guys. I'm sharing my entire screen, so I can't see the thumbs up. I can't see a response. I need one person to volunteer and just give me an audible response. Screen. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this is Slack. All right. One of the tools that aids, you know, global collaboration. Okay. If I go there, what's Slack basically? Let me go to Google. Slack suite. What's going on? Come out. Sorry. All right. So Slack is a productivity super app for chats, meetings, docs, and projects. So this is one tool that a lot of forward-thinking organizations use today for global collaboration. Okay, you can actually just go there and sign up, but I already have it on my system. So I just thought to type it here so some of us will see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is Slack. I already have an account here. Okay, so it's a very brilliant tool. Like you can do it, you know, project teams, global teams use this tool for a lot of things. Okay, and we also work with it at Amdari. All right. If you look here, there is Messenger. All right, so you can actually like chats. All right, you know, the teams can actually collaborate. You know, exchange messages within Slack. All right, using the Messenger feature. All right, there is also calendar here. So the calendar is, you know, for scheduling, you know, meetings. If there are rooms that needs to be created, permanent, recurring, you know, meeting room that needs to be created, you do that here. If you need to, you know, have a schedule, you know, schedule appointments, on a on a fixed schedule appointment. You can also create that here. Then there is also meeting. You don't the super app, like I said, the whole entire team, activities can be managed from end to end just using Slack. So you can also have your meetings. The kind of session we are having currently using Google Meet, you can do that on Slack. All right, you can do that on Slack. Create new meetings and then join meeting. All right, then you can create documents. Like you can see the histories of some of the documents here that people are collaborating with. I can see some of these documents. But you can go here if you want to create a new document. If you go here, you see docs. Docs is basically a typology for Microsoft Office Word. All right. Then sheets here is a typology for Excel. Slides here is a typology for PowerPoint. Okay. Then there is also your board for flowcharts. All right, for drawing flowcharts. All right, so that's that for Slack. All right, so there is also sorry, where is my slide? So yeah, there is also Confluence. Okay, there is also Jira. Okay, so but it's like I said, it's not just enough to master how to use these tools. You need to be able to master how to use the tools. Then you need to go to deploy the tools, working on real life projects. All right. So I want to show us how we use these tools to solve real business problems at Amdari. Let me go to. We use Google Classroom for our projects. Let me open any of the projects randomly and see what we can find there. Okay, automating and streamlining. Okay. Optimize resource allocation, smarter anticoagulant dosage. Okay, I'm coming. Project. So, okay, this is a project. Okay, let me go to the case study, the business case here. Let's see if I can open it. Okay, so this is a business case that some of our consultants worked on. Smarter anticoagulant dosing through precision medicine. Okay, this is for a hospital. Where is this company again? Okay, it's a Utah-based precision health company. This is an overview of the organization and their market presence. This is the business challenge they are having. Okay, then this is the rationale for the project. I'm trying to get to, I want to show us the tools, core functions, technology stack. Okay, technology stack. Okay, so you can see the technology stack. So like I mentioned, you just don't just need to master the tools. You need to also work on real life, problems, solving real life problems. Also, collaborating cross-functionally. So for this business case now, we had like 3 teams working on this project. There is the business analysts, all right. There is also the project managers, the agile PMs, and also the data engineers that are building this solution. All right, so let's ignore the technology stack for the development team and focus on the technology stack for the project managers that collaborated on this project. As you can see, they use Jira, for the agile board. They also use Confluence for their documentation. Okay, so this is how, this is the workflow, the breakdown, what they are supposed to be doing, during this project. I just thought to just give you guys, an insight into what we do at Amdari and how, we help people not just master these tools, but also work on, business solutions that, give this work experience. Okay, so, but I want to show us is how we're going to get help. We have specialists, all right, to use some of these tools. We're not just going to throw you into the deep to start collaborating and working on clients, business problems. All right. There is a specialist. That's why it's a mentoring program. Somebody's going to, help you, in the first couple of weeks or more, or 2 months, right, and show you through the ropes how to use these tools, how to use them to solve problems, live on a session. So let me see if I can open one. Just bear with me. My network is a bit slow. Okay. Let me pause. Can we get the audio from the video? I want to be sure. I need an audio. I need an audible response. Is the audio clear?
No, we can't hear anything from it.
Okay, but you can see the movement, right? But you can't hear anything.
I can see your screen. I can see the video. But it's paused right
Okay.
now.
It's paused right now. But when I was playing it, could you hear anything?
No, not at all. I can't hear
No
anything.
problem. It's fine. You don't need to hear anything. I just needed to show the
Okay.
process. Okay, so you can see from the screen, even though you can't hear the audio, but you can see from the screen how this is Confluence, how they are using Confluence to collaborate on solving these business problems for these clients. All right. On this project, like I mentioned, is DA, business analysts are on this project, data engineers are on this project, data analysts are on this project, and agile project managers are managing the entirety of this project, right? So as you can see how okay, they are building a backlog on Confluence. Let me go further, show something else. Interesting. So this the Gantt charts basically breaking down the task and then how it's going to be flowing end to end. And now let me pause and come out from here. Okay, awesome. So this is how we work basically. So this is just one project. There's another project here. All this project automation. This is for another business case that people worked on, collaborating cross-functionally. Okay, say automating and streamlining expense approval workflow at Sweet Consult Limited. Okay, let me just get straight to the technology stack for this. Okay, Confluence is also used for this project, Excel and Google Sheets. All right, so I just needed to show us, what this whole thing looks like. Let me get back to, so let me stop sharing the entire screen and get back to our session. But let me get a thumbs up if you are still following with me. I hope I didn't lose you guys when I jumped into the video. Are you guys still following me? Are you guys still following? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let me get back to the slide. Good. Yeah, so that is how you need to be able to plug in and take advantage of the opportunity in the new world of work. Using Lack Sheet, Confluence, Jira, there is Asana. If you're looking to pivot into business analysis, there are also these tools still applies to you as long as collaboration is concerned. All right. So, like I said, there is no rocket science to it. We have had a lot of persons go through this route, like people like you have gone through this route. This is Michael. All right. So Michael also migrated to the UK, did his master in project management, all right, but no zero work experience, zero mastery of any of these tools. But he also went through all of these, steps, and today he has also landed a role as an agile PM in the UK. All right, you can, like I said, please don't fill the form. Somebody is dropping a link in the chat room. Fill the form. You're going to get these documents. You can watch all of these videos. I don't want to waste your time watching these videos. You can also go to Amdari on YouTube and watch some of the videos, and get to hear for yourself. All right. So the biggest challenge also, that even after gathering all of these, skills, all right, you've mastered how to use some of these tools. You've worked on real business challenge. Another challenge that you could face is the issue of credibility. All right, which is the reason why a lot of immigrants are not getting a job within the UK. All right, there is the challenge of you don't have a UK work experience. Nobody's providing you, no UK organization is providing you with a reference and all. All right, so but this is something that we also try to mitigate. All right, employers will always confirm that you can do the job. You've done the job, you've mastered you how to use the tools, but they still want to confirm that you can do this, and they do this through reference alone. So I'm trying a screenshot of my email here. As you can see, this is an email I got. You remember one of the guys I mentioned that got a job with Deloitte, Francis, all right? This is the email I got from Deloitte asking me to provide a reference for him. Dear Brown, your details were provided to us by Francis Afowa as an employment reference for their application through Deloitte. All right. So this reference is priceless. All right. And this, just having this sort of reference can just be the thing that makes the whole difference. All right. Between who is getting the job, who is getting into, juicy roles, and who is not. So yeah, so a lot of persons are in a place where they have the skills. Some people on this call might even know how to use some of these tools, all right, but they don't have work experience, and that is just the missing link, all right, to be able to land that lucrative role that you see me share initially. They say, yeah, the salary band for sponsorship in the UK is from £40,000, all right, but there are hundreds of roles coming up every day that you can plug into that. It's even paying way higher than that. And the only thing standing between you and those roles is work experience. All right, work experience. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So this is basically where Amdari comes in. Like I said, this session is brought to you by Amdari. All right, and I'm the head of business analysis and project management at Amdari, and I love what I do. All right, this is what I do on a daily basis, working with consultants, working with interns, working with people that are trying to secure their dream job within the UK. All right. How do we do this at Amdari? All right, so for interns, we have some package for you, and the things in this package, apart from you mastering all of these tools, working on these real business problems to gain work experience, we are providing you with a CV revamp and review services for free. We are also going to be helping you with your LinkedIn optimization. All right. And within Amdari, we are not just focusing on you getting work experience by working on these business solutions, business problems, I mean. We also provide, employability mentorship sessions. Like what I'm doing right now. Today is Thursday. We have an employability mentorship session where we get experts, all right, to help you get you to the job ready, help you with your CV revamp, help you with, interview preparations and all. Okay. Yeah, that leads me to the next point. We also help you prep you for interviews. Even if you get 20 interviews in a month, we are going to be prepping you for all of those interviews until you secure your dream job. Then, like we also saw in the previous post where I provided a reference for one of my consultants, we also provide you with a reference, when you need one. All right. And for Amdari, we are not just providing a one-off reference. For Amdari, as long as you go through Amdari mentorship program, you are entitled to our reference letter, at least even 2 years after you are done with the program. You are entitled to Amdari reference letter. Then we also provide you with on-the-job support. What's on-the-job support? All right. We have had cases of people that go through the Amdari internship program, and they land a very intimidating role, like a senior role that is even very intimidating. They couldn't even imagine it. All right. So whether it's a senior role or you landed a big role or you feel you've beaten more than you can chew, we are here to provide on the job support for you, help you, until you are settled in your role fully. All right. So for employability skills, like I mentioned, beyond working cross-functionally and solving business problems, the employability skills we mentioned include CV review and revamp, LinkedIn optimization. This is very key, because a lot of some of our guys have gotten jobs via LinkedIn. Like recruiters will approach you in your LinkedIn DM. You don't have to even apply for jobs. Somebody will just come and head on to you from your LinkedIn. Do not underestimate LinkedIn. All right. Then navigating job markets, interview preparations, mentorship sessions, job reference letter, on the job support. These are basically what we do, to enhance your employability. All right, which is key to what we do. Okay. So join an internship that collapse the learning curve for you. All right. Like I mentioned initially, this session, whether you're a project manager, you've done your master's in project management or in business analysis, or you've done a certification, what we are trying to do is to, collapse the learning curve for you, where you just, work on real life, business problems, and within a space of 4 months, you're job ready. And from the testimonial that I showed us at the beginning of the session, you see that you don't necessarily need to even complete your 4 months internship or mentorship program with us, and you land a job. Personally, I always like to keep my eyes on the goal. All right. So when I'm working with consultants, people that work with me on projects in Amdari, I always tell them have your eyes on the goal. And for me, the goal is to get a job. All right. To get a job. Don't let anything, sway you. Don't get distracted, by activities. Focus on the goal, eyes on the goal. And the people that actually followed my coaching have good stories to tell about it. All right. So you can check me out on LinkedIn. You can go to LinkedIn and check me out. All right. And it actually verifies some of the things I'm telling you at the moment. So yeah, you can join our next cohort. We have a new cohort coming up in 8th of November. Like I said, I have an offer. I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna have a wonderful offer for people that stayed in this call up until now. All right. So we have a discount, offer for an early Black Friday offer for the first few persons that will sign up for the next cohorts that will be kickstarting in 8th of November. So we are slashing the fee, to join Amdari from £500 to £299. £299, and this offer is not going to last for a very long time. And the interesting thing about this offer is still you have the opportunity to pay in installments. All right, you can pay in installments. So the first few persons from this session, that want to sign up, all right, just this is what you're going to do. Just go to this link and click on this link. Like I mentioned, drop your email, fill the form that they are sending in the chat room, and you're going to get these documents. All right. If you even want a direct link to make the payment, we're going to drop it in this chat room. If you need more clarity, somebody is going to also share a clarity session, link, so you can also book more clarity to ask maybe more personalized questions. But I can also answer a lot of your questions, in this session. But if you want more personalized services, you can book for clarity session. Okay. Yeah. So it's a good, what we do is we've designed the internship program to a 4 month program. All right. And like I said, if you apply yourself to it, for me, it's not just about activity or the money. I also understand that a lot of immigrants in the UK, a lot of things are placing a demand on your money, on your time, on your energy. All right. And that is the more reason why you need to take action to be able to get a comfortable, rewarding role. All right. And most of the roles I mentioned, we're talking about global collaboration, are work from home roles, remote roles. All right. So you need to take that step to be able to secure a role that will at least give you some level of peace. Okay. Yeah. So and this is across all of our program track, from data analytics to cybersecurity, GRC, SOC, project management, and all. All right. So a link has been dropped in the chat room. Click on the link, to continue with your registration. Like I said, this is we have a lot of our interns, a lot of people that have passed through this program. So I thought to share other testimonials that are not PM. The ones I've been sharing all the while are people that went through me, as project managers. But we have people in other program tracks. This is Tolu. Tolu is a business analyst. All right, you can connect with her on LinkedIn. She has been able to land a professional job just from her LinkedIn. Like I mentioned, your LinkedIn optimization is very important. If your LinkedIn is well optimized, okay, you can actually get offers from LinkedIn without applying so much. We have a couple of Amdari success stories. I just had to assemble some from different programs. Business analyst, Andrew is from business analysis, Nemot is data analyst, Solomon data engineer, Busayo data analyst. So you can actually jump on YouTube to actually watch some of their testimonials and see how does any of their story resonate with you. I believe some of their stories will resonate with you because most of these guys are immigrants, people that came into UK from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Cameroon, all over the world, and trying to, make a switch into tech to get something, very permanent. And they have success stories to share, for the efforts they've put in. Okay. So that's that. So why Amdari? What do we do differently? Why are we making it? What's the thing special about our interns or our consultants that is making it easy for them to land these roles? All right. Number one, like I mentioned, they have worked in cross-functional teams. They have worked in cross-functional teams. You saw the program I shared, when I went into our classroom. The teams that worked on that program came from different career paths, from business analysis, from data engineering, from data analysis and PMs. So our interns work cross-functionally to solve business problems. Okay, they have mastered the industry tools like Jira, Power BI, and Splunk. Right? I mentioned to you that it is tools and processes that is driving global collaboration, and our interns have mastered industry tools. So apart from working cross-functionally, they have also mastered these industry tools. Number three, they have gained active work experience with projects. They have gotten feedback from experienced professionals while working on those projects. Also, they have also built a portfolio. All right. There is also proof of work. They have built a portfolio they can showcase to potential recruiters of what they have done. Okay. Now they've also gotten a globally recognized reference letter. So these are the reasons why our interns are landing these roles. All right. So you too, you can also take that step. All right, and be able to get all of the tools required, master all of the tools required, acquire all of the skills required, and also gain the experience that is required to begin to, lay a demand, for a place in the world of global collaboration. Thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention. Now I'm open to questions. If anybody had any question of any type, regarding global collaboration, regarding any of these tools, regarding any resources that I can recommend, regarding any how would I put it, any confusion you have in your mind, you need clarity, please you go ahead and ask questions. We don't have so much time, so I would appreciate if you can ask questions early. Let me get a thumbs up if you guys are still with me. If you can see me clearly, let me get a thumbs up. Can I get a thumbs up if you can see me clearly? Am I speaking to myself? Can you guys hear me? Okay, thank you. Any questions from anybody? Any question from Kayode? Any question from Diane, Bolanle, Ayo? Any questions from anyone? Okay, if you don't if you don't want to ask your questions on this session, we've shared a link to the Clarity call in the chat room. Okay, so if you have personalized questions you want to ask, you want a one-on-one, clarity, you can just click on the link that is in the chat room now and book for a session. It is absolutely free. Absolutely free. Book for a session to gain clarity. Okay, and so that you can take the right decision. In the absence of any question, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for joining the session. You can fill the form as well, the attendance form, and then you get the slide. The slide will be shared to you. Thank you everyone for joining, and enjoy the rest of your night.